Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, landlords and lions, welcome to Clarifying Catholicism. You're watching part 15 of a series on the history of the Ecumenical Councils according to the Catholic Church. Today, we are covering the Council of Lyon. Much of this information was gathered from Joseph Kelly's The Ecumenical Councils of the Catholic Church, a History. So if you want an in-depth dive into these topics, make sure to pick up a copy of his book. To see the rest of our episodes, check out the playlist in the description. Without further ado, on to the show. Last episode highlighted the life and times of Pope Innocent III, an ambitious pope whose deeds included clerical reform, failed crusades, and, well, hating on Jews. Though he was elected to the papacy in his 30s, he died in his 50s, leaving much of his goals unaccomplished. One of Innocent's wards, Frederick, was set to inherit all of Germany and Sicily as its ruler. Innocent recognized how control of both kingdoms spelled trouble for the papal states, which were at a geographic disadvantage if the two kingdoms tried invading. So, the Pope tried cozying up to the lad by arranging for his coronation, though he made Frederick promise two things. He would cede Sicily to the Holy See, and he would, of course, go on a crusade against the Muslims. Innocent did not live long enough to see through the end of the bargain, so in 1220 his successor crowned Frederick as the Holy Roman Emperor. However, Freddy refused to give up Sicily and fell ill before his crusade. The Pope, Gregory IX, however, didn't buy his mysterious illness as an excuse and excommunicated him. Fred ignored this and went to crusade anyways, though shockingly he found that the local Muslim ruler of Jerusalem was tired of fighting and instead sought negotiations. Frederick negotiated the rights to Jerusalem, Nazareth, and Bethlehem, with the caveat that the Muslims could worship freely and a 10-year military truce. Pope Gregory was impressed by this and lifted the excommunication. This love affair didn't last though. Freddy kept sticking his nose into politics and siding against the Pope. Eventually, Gregory got fed up enough to excommunicate him again in 1239. Frustrated, Gregory tried calling a council, but it failed. A couple popes later, Innocent IV, a canon lawyer and enemy of Frederick's, called a council. This new Innocent not only believed in the traditional idea that the popes have spiritual supremacy over Christianity, but he went a step further to suggest that they ought to have authority over temporal affairs as well. And because Innocent was on poor terms with Frederick, he chose the French city of Lyon to host the council in 1245. The First Council of Lyon was rather small compared to Lateran IV. Only 150 bishops attended, and it lasted just 3 sessions. Innocent identified 5 wounds of the Church: reform of the clergy, a new crusade, since by then Frederick's truce had ended and the Muslims retook the Holy Land, the problem of Greeks who were at odds with the Latins living in Constantinople, the Mongolian invasion of Eastern Europe, and Frederick's actions against the papacy. The real meat and potatoes of this council, though, was dealing with Frederick, who reneged on too many deals with the Pope. The Council Fathers drew up a list of offenses and excommunicated him and any person who considered his reign as legitimate. After Frederick's death in 1250, Popes Innocent and then his successor Urban IV offered Charles of Anjou, a French prince, the crown of Sicily, if he agreed to rule it as a papal fief. He agreed, was installed as the ruler, and then of course ignored his agreement. As you'll see in the next episode, these conflicts between the crown and the papacy would only fester increasingly. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.